Hello children, welcome to solving problems on quadratic equations part 2. In the previous part I had explained some problems of exercise 6a and 6b. In this part I will explain problems of 6c and 6d. So let us start from question number 4, exercise 6c. You can refer your book. A car covers a distance of 400 kilometers at a certain speed. Had the speed been 12 kilometers per hour more, the time taken for the journey would have been 1 hour 40 minutes less. Find the original speed of the car. So let us take the speed of the car to be x kilometers per hour. Okay. So let the speed of the car be x kilometers per hour. First case, distance is equal to 400 kilometers. It is given. Speed is equal to x kilometers per hour. So time will be distance by speed, that is 400 by x hours. Okay. Second case, distance is equal to same 400 kilometers, but now speed has been increased by 12 kilometers per hour. So speed is equal to x plus 12 kilometers per hour. So time will be 400 by x plus 12 hours. Now in the second case, speed has been increased, so definitely time will be less. So the time in the second case will be less than the time in the first case by 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay. So first time minus second time. 400 by x minus 400 by x plus 12 is equal to 1 hour 40 minutes. 40 minutes you have to convert to hours. So as you can see I have written here 40 by 60. Okay. 1 plus 40 by 60. Then on simplifying this equation, you will get a quadratic equation which is x square plus 12x minus 2880 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation to be solved, and now you can use either factorization or formula. I will advise you to use factorization method, it is easier. So on factorizing we get x square plus 60x minus 48x minus 2880 is equal to 0. Then on factorizing, ultimately we get x plus 60 into x minus 48 is equal to 0. So it is in the form of a into b is equal to 0. So we can write a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. So we can write x plus 60 is equal to 0 or x minus 48 is equal to 0. On solving we get x is equal to minus 60. Negative is not possible, speed cannot be negative, so it is discarded. The other option is x is equal to 48. So this is the answer. So original speed of the car is equal to 48 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now move to question number 7. A goods train leaves a station at 6 p.m. followed by an express train which leaves at 8 p.m. So they are not leaving the station at the same time. The express train is leaving the station after 2 hours late. Okay. And travels 20 kilometers per hour faster than the goods train. The express train arrives at a station 1040 kilometers away 36 minutes before the goods train. Okay. That means distance is same 1040 kilometers. Speed is different. The speed of express train is 20 kilometers per hour more than the goods train, and there is some time difference. Okay. Assuming that the speeds of both the trains remain constant between the two stations, calculate their speeds. Let us start from the goods train. Its speed is less. Okay. So let speed of goods train be x kilometers per hour. Then speed of express train will be obviously x plus 20 kilometers per hour. Now distance is equal to 1040 kilometers. So time taken by goods train will be distance by speed, that is 1040 by x hours. Okay. Then time taken by express train will be distance by speed 1040 by x plus 20 hours. Now there is some time gap. Obviously the goods train will take more time. Okay. If you compare, the starting time is not different, and the arrival time is also not the starting time is different and the arrival time is also different. Imagine that the goods train started at 6 p.m. and reached the station 1040 kilometers away at 6 a.m. On the next day in the morning. Okay, so time of journey of the goods train is equal to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., that is 12 hours. Okay, now let us move to the express train. The express train started at 8 p.m. okay, and it reached the same station 36 minutes before the goods train. That means the express train reached the station 36 minutes before 6 a.m. That means 5:24 a.m. okay, so from 8 p.m. to 5:24 a.m. the time of journey for the goods train is 9 hours 24 minutes. Okay, so time of journey of the goods train is 12 hours, time of journey of the express train is 9 hours 24 minutes. So what is the time gap, what is the time difference between the two trains? 2 hours and 36 minutes. Okay, 2 hours and 36 minutes. So as you can see, I have written time of the goods train minus time of the express train is equal to 2 hours 36 minutes. 36 minutes I have converted to hours by 60. Okay, don't keep in minutes because everything is in hours. Now on simplifying this equation, you will get a quadratic equation which is x square plus 20x minus 8000 is equal to 0. Okay, then you can solve it using factorization method or by using formula. On solving, you will get x is equal to minus 100, which is not possible, so discarded. The other value of x is 80. This can be accepted. So speed of goods train is equal to 80 kilometers per hour. Speed of express train is equal to 100 kilometers per hour. 80 plus 20, 100. Okay, so this is the answer. Now move to number 10, last number. By selling a chair for rupees 75, so SP is equal to 75 given in the question. Mohan gained as much percent as its cost. Okay, so let CP be X, let CP of the chair be X. So gain is equal to SP minus CP, so 75 minus X rupees. Also in the question it is given that gain is equal to he gained as much percent as its cost. That means if CP is X, then gain percentage is also X. Okay, so gain is equal to profit percent of CP, that is X percent of X, because profit percent is also X and CP is also X according to the question. Okay, so gain is equal to X percent of X, that is equal to X square by 100. Okay, so now we can equate these two, both are gain same. So X square by 100 is equal to 75 minus X. Then we will get a quadratic equation to be solved, which is x square plus 100x minus 7500 is equal to 0. On solving this equation, you will get x is equal to minus 150, which is not possible, negative, so discarded. The other value is 50, which is positive, so it can be accepted. So CP of the chair, cost price of the chair was rupees 50. Okay. Move to exercise 6D. Okay. Question number 6. The age of a father is twice the square of the age of his son. Okay. 8 years hence, means after 8 years, the age of the father will be 4 years more than 3 times the age of the son. Find their present ages. Okay. So let son's age be x years. According to the question, the present age. Okay. The son's present age is x years. So father's present age will be twice the square of his son's age, means 2x square years. Okay, according to the question. After 8 years, son's age will be obviously x plus 8 years, and father's age will be 2x square plus 8 years. Okay, as you can see, 2x square plus 8 years. But according to the question, it is given that father's age will be 4 years more than 3 times the age of the son at that time. So you can write 2x square plus 8, which we have got. This is the father's age after 8 years. We got this. Okay. So this 2x square plus 8 will be equal to 3 times the son's age after 8 years. Means 3 times x plus 8 plus 4 according to the question. Okay. So 2x square plus 8 is equal to 3 whole x plus 8 plus 4. On simplifying this, you will get a quadratic equation which is 2x square minus 3x minus 20 is equal to 0. Then on solving this quadratic equation, you will get x is equal to minus 5 by 2, which is negative. So discarded. The other value of x will be 4. So this can be accepted. So x is equal to 4. Therefore, son's present age, okay, son's present age is equal to x, which is 4 years. Father's present age is equal to 2x square, means 2 into 4 square, which is 32 years. Okay. Now let us move to number 7. The speed of a boat in still water is 15 kilometers per hour. Okay, in still water. It can go 30 kilometers upstream and return downstream to the original point in 4 hours 30 minutes. Find the speed of the stream. So let the speed of stream be x kilometers per hour. Now first the boat will go upstream, then it will come back downstream to the original point, starting point. Okay. So first upstream, distance is equal to 30 kilometers. Now effective speed. The speed of the boat in still water is 15 kilometers per hour. But when it will go upstream, it has to face the flow of water. It has to go against the flow of water. So its speed will decrease. So its effective speed will be 15 minus x. Means speed in still water minus speed of stream. 15 minus x kilometers per hour. Now time will be distance by speed, that is 30 by 15 minus x hours. Okay. Now downstream. Again distance same, 30 kilometers return journey. Okay. Speed is equal to, now speed will increase because it will go in the with the flow of water. Okay. So speed will be speed of boat in still water plus speed of stream. So effective speed of the boat will be, while coming downstream, 15 plus x kilometers per hour. So time required will be distance by speed, that is 30 by 15 plus x hours. Okay. Now according to the question, the total time taken by the boat is 4 hours 30 minutes. That means first time means time during upstream plus time during downstream. (30 by 15 minus x plus 30 by 15 plus x is equal to 4 hours 30 minutes. So 4 plus 30 by 60 minutes we have to convert to hours. Okay. On simplifying this, we will get a quadratic equation which is 200 is equal to 225 minus x square. Okay, it is a very simple quadratic equation. You don't need to factorize, directly you can find. So x square is equal to 25, x is equal to plus minus 5. I have not taken minus 5 because negative is not possible. Speed cannot be negative. So x is equal to 5. So speed of stream is equal to 5 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now move to number 10. An employer finds that if he increases the weekly wages of each worker by rupees 5 and employs 5 workers less, okay, he increases his weekly wage bill from rupees 3150 to rupees 3250. Taking the original weekly wage of each worker as rupees x Okay, already it is given x, we have to take. Okay, obtain an equation in x and then solve it to find the weekly wages of each worker. There are two cases here. Okay, first case, weekly wage bill is equal to rupees 3150 given in the question. Weekly wage of each worker is equal to rupees x, it is also given in the question. Okay, we have been asked to take x, we have not taken it from our side, it is given in the question. So number of workers will be total weekly wage bill by weekly wage of each worker. So 3150 by x, this is number of workers in first case. Second case, weekly wage bill is equal to rupees 3250, it is given in the question. Okay, now weekly wage of each worker is 5 rupees more given in the question. So obviously x plus 5 rupees. So number of workers will be total weekly wage bill by weekly wage of each worker. So 3250 by x plus 5 in the second case. Now according to the question, in the second case the number of workers is 5 less. Okay, so first case number of workers minus second case number of workers is equal to 5. So according to question ATQ, 3150 by x minus 3250 by x plus 5 is equal to 5. Okay, so this is the equation. On simplifying this equation, we will get a quadratic equation which is x square plus 25x minus 3150 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation to be solved. You know how to solve it. Okay, now on solving you will get x is equal to minus 70, which is not possible, so discarded. Then x is equal to plus 45, which is acceptable. Okay, so weekly wage of each worker was rupees 45. Okay, now move to number 12. The total cost price of a certain number of identical articles is rupees 4800. By selling the articles at rupees 100 each, a profit equal to the cost price of 15 articles is made. Find the number of articles bought. Okay, we have been asked to find the number of articles, so let the number of articles be x. Now total cost is equal to rupees 4800 given in the question, and number of articles is x, we have taken. So obviously cost price of each article or one article will be total cost by number of articles. So rupees 4800 by x, CP of one article. Okay, now it is given in the question SP of one article is equal to rupees 100. Okay, so obviously total SP will be SP of one article into number of articles. So 100 into x, that is rupees 100x. So total SP is equal to rupees 100x. Total CP, total cost is equal to rupees 4800. So profit will be, or gain will be, it is given that he has made a profit. Okay, so I have written profit here directly. Profit is equal to SP minus CP, 100x minus 4800. Okay, so this is the profit. We have found it from our side. Now according to the question, profit is equal to means 100x minus 4800 is equal to 15 times the cost of one article. Okay, profit is equal to cost price of 15 articles. What is the cost price of one article? 4800 by x. So what will be the cost price of 15 articles? 15 into 4800 by x. So this profit is equal to this profit, same. Okay, so I have equated. Now on simplifying, we will get a quadratic equation. Which is x square minus 48x minus 720 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation to be solved. On solving this, you will get x is equal to minus 12, negative not possible, so discarded, and x is equal to 60, which can be accepted. So number of articles bought is equal to 60. Okay, so this is the answer, and this is the end of part 2. Okay.